So back to whacking sticks, or is Minty joining us?
No, well, if Minty joins us, we'll see him connect. So until we see him connect, let's get on with whacking sticks. And
fair point.
With Minty
if he does join, I doubt he's capable of flying, let alone actually having the attention span to go through that.
How very dare you? How very dare you?
Can we just lock him in a box?
Yeah, that asteroid that Boris thought he was in.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine if Minty actually logged in and had the same experience as Boris?
Yes, that would be good.
That would be quite funny.
Okay, so we're back for Anubiz's sake. We're back at whacking sticks. And
that sounds so
there's
wrong.
a drunk.
Sounds like some sort of... That sounds like Minty's pub he was going to.
And there is a drunk Scotsman just in the background. Every now and then he'll pop in. But mostly just try and ignore him. And
yeah.
Oh! We didn't say it would be easy.
It's going to be a challenge.
Today's challenge is ignoring Minty.
So, Mir, how does your whacking stick work?
I'm not entirely sure.
How does your whacking stick work?
You swing your arm and then you whack something if I have power in my gyroscope.
What are you holding?
My whacking stick.
What is it?
It's a big stick that you whack people with.
Why?
It's a long, firm pole.
We're so firm.
That stopped his questions.
Thank you.
Sheesh.
No. So the
hold
whacking
on.
stick doesn't work.
Have you just turned off the gyroscope, Smear?
I'm not entirely sure. Gyroscopes. No, that's not right. That looks better.
So we haven't recorded for how many weeks while we were waiting for a soul to be, and you weren't quite ready for us by the looks of it.
I was busy building a thing. Look, I'm gonna whack the stapler now. Eventually.
Like the bottle cap of the homebrew looks like a face. I don't
Yeah,
know
it
if
does.
Spider-Man meant to do that, but
I think Mir said that he did mean to do that.
He did. He said so in his live stream.
oh right, yeah, I watched that.
I don't know if you're telling the truth or not, the way you said that.
I watched a couple of them, but obviously not that one. Is it just going to jiggle for a bit, or is something happening?
Jiggling is happening.
Did you just eat yourself, Almond?
It kind of feels like this thing is connected to an asteroid again because it keeps snapping back into the original position.
Oh, so it's not jiggling, there's rubber banding to an imaginary asteroid.
Yeah, I think so.
It's doing the
Let's not touch it for a while. Instead, move on to the next attraction. Anubis, next attraction.
That would be Minty's ship that is still in one piece because he's not flying it.
Get boop.
Is that the stapler?
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
stapler. Yes.
Yes, sorry, Anubis, Stapler, or your
Next
house?
house
Where
is
are
my
we?
house, which is now
Yes.
back to its original housely state without, sans garage.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. There was a bit of there was an accident in the garage. There was, you know how Sal loves hydrogen? Well, there was a
Yeah.
hydrogen accident in the garage.
Oh.
And we decided that the garage wasn't, to Mir's chagrin, we decided that the garage was not needed anymore. We wanted to make sure that we had as much weight as possible on the house when we were trying to get it off the planet, but as soon as we got it back to space, we removed the garage and all of its extras. But yeah, so there you go.
So
I
is it
chose
not-
to leave at this point.
Right?
Because you said really mean things to me. My saucer would have worked.
Does that mean it's not invincible anymore?
No,
Yeah,
it's
it is not invincible anymore because the trick of invincibility, as I've been told by the great and all-powerful commenters, is that you have to connect a small ship to a large ship through a connector. And at that moment, your thing will now be invincible. And I no longer have small ships because they all exploded in the garage.
That's right. We wanted to test that by just attaching a small ship to a large ship and ramming it into the
I'm going to
planet.
go build a small ship.
Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we test? Let's test the invincibility concept. A large ship connected to a small ship through connectors, and then it's invincible. So we'll just toss it at a planet.
I know how we best handle this. We take the runt and the stapler, mix them together, and bam. We don't even have to work on anything.
And we got a planet right there we can toss it at.
I actually need to know this because I'm currently working on an event idea, and if this is possible, it will ruin it.
Sal, you have to tell me what they're saying.
Why?
I think my Discord just crashed.
Oh, hang on. Let me see.
No, my Discord
Mia's...
crashed, not your Discord crashed.
Oh,
Shoot.
so you can speak, you just can't hear.
Yes.
Well, why don't you reboot your Discord?
I am in the process of doing so, but I'm missing out on all the jokes.
Oh, I see. I don't know. What did everybody say again? I wasn't listening
Nothing
that well.
because Mia was talking.
Very well done, Sal.
No one said anything because Mia was busy talking.
Oh, really? How rude of you. Sal, tell them that.
And no, they can hear you.
I know, but I want you to tell them that too.
They said they can hear you.
Also, Anubis, you're putting on your viewers and commenters on a very high pedestal there. I hope they're afraid of heights.
I'll find out.
Anubis went...
What?
That was my best Anubis impression. He now went, ah! Boris said, what?
What?
No, that was you, not Boris.
What do you mean? That was me. I didn't say what.
Hang on, Boris is saying something.
I was just going to say, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first and last proper joke that Mia just did in the series.
Boris said, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first proper joke and last proper joke of the series.
And I missed it.
No, he made it. The pedestal.
No, I made it.
Oh, you're back in Discord. Hello.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
We've maintained very high levels of professionalism across this series.
Yes, we have.
Now, so let's get back on track. What are we doing?
I don't know.
We've looked
We're
at
building-
some stuff.
We need a large ship and a small ship connected.
That's right. I completely forgot that we decided to do that in those few
I've got a
seconds.
nutmobile.
Well, Sal voted that we want to. Yes, she kind of voted all on herself, on her own. That we build a train of thought, and use that as an exploration vessel. And then Almond designed a train of thought, but I think so did Jim Horn. And to be fair on everybody, we'll just look at pictures of trains and build a train from memory, so we use nobody's design.
There was another suggestion that I got in my comments was that we should try and find a way to take every single ship that's here and merge them together into our actual ship that we're taking with us.
We discussed that. That's a horrible idea.
I know, but I thought I'd mention it.
That's good. I acknowledged it, and that kind of puts your viewers in a bad light.
No, it was Almond's idea.
He's a viewer, so clearly I can call all of them bad-lighted people.
Yeah. Great.
I like using that as a verb. Bad-lighted people. As in people who are being shown in a bad light? Is that... I think you just added something to the dictionary.
Thank you.
To the
Urban
dictionary,
not the actual one.
The dictionary.
Did you say dictionary?
Yes.
Oh no, that's an idea now. A dictionary.
Forrest's brain.
What? No, I thought we were talking about a dictionary that just has Nidd as the first word, so we have our own dictionary.
Does that mean every word has to come after Nidd?
What?
So the first half of the alphabet we can't put in that.
Can't use anymore.
No, I
Just
didn't
only
mean
in.
that. I didn't mean that we out on badly lit people. No, that's B. I can't use this one.
Niddly bit people.
Hang on, am I building another large ship here?
Yes.
I am, aren't I? That's not what I intended to do.
I'm gonna
Are you attaching that to something, Armand, or are we watching?
I thought I was, but I'm just
Okay.
flying around. Probably going to run into something. Am I
Like that
attaching this to
asteroid.
something?
Yeah.
That ship shape reminds me of the Ugly Barry, which reminds everyone else of something different.
Wasn't Ugly Barry the big blue thing with hydrogen there?
It was the thing that looked like big black cock and balls.
I don't see things like that. Basically, if you cover yourself in these things, you're invisible to me.
You covering yourself in berries?
Sure. Cover yourself in big black berries and you'll be invisible to me. In fact, I'll guarantee you, nobody will pay attention to you if you do that in public too.
That's going to be some weird camo.
Blackberries, you know,
Oh my goodness.
like strawberries for Anubiz's viewers.
Blackberries.
Is that a small block?
So, are you naming this episode Big Black Barry?
Oh, maybe. I have to see.
How do you make a large block a small block?
You hit the button again.
What button?
For
The one that where it's on your G menu.
Oh!
Ah,
It's like it says that at the bottom of your screen the entire
Where?
time.
press
that actually
number
fit in
again
there?
to switch size.
No.
Oh.
And I didn't just dent it.
So back on track.
Yeah.
We're going to do something.
15th time.
Yes.
We need to be on track for once to be back on track.
Well, actually, we're in
Those
space,
train
so
together.
even though we're
Those
making a
tracks to get
train,
the
we're
train.
not going to have that.
We're just going to make a massive track towards the planet.
And then we have to
Why
build a
the
train that
planet,
goes
though?
on the track.
We've been there before.
No,
Can't
no, no.
we?
Oh,
make
Other
a train?
planets.
Other planets.
Cooler planets.
A refresher for the people that joined the series halfway through. I don't know how many of them there are.
Sold
There are, 7 planets and moons in this world? Something like that. And I'm the only one that knew of them when I put them in, because I made this world, and then instantly forgot. I have no idea what's in this world. So none of us have any idea of any of the planets or moons. So that was supposed to be an interesting thing that we would go explore at some point. And so far, we have mostly sat in the same place building stuff. So we probably should go exploring.
We were down on the planet a few times. Anubis
We
likes
also
that
spent
part.
Most of the last season on that planet.
I explored it.
So, are we now making the train of thought to go exploring?
Originally, I was planning on, grinding down the majority of the other ships that are around here. But yes, let's ignore that and jump right into the more fun bit.
This is just a bullet point list. It's not an instruction manual. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
And then I kind of wanted to do a very modern thing and go to all of these wondrous planets and go there for 5 minutes and take a selfie and leave. Like, of all of us. And that was going to be the challenge. But we could just leave it to Anubiz's viewers to come up with the challenge.
Well, I mean, the plan. I thought the plan was that we were going to try and build. What was it, like those Russian doll type things where we have a large ship which contains a lander which contains something that would go on planets, right? So we'd fly over to a planet, we'd get into the lander would go down to the planet, then we'd all get into the atmospheric ship, and then we would fly to a good spot to take a picture, and then just get back off the planet and go.
I think the lander bit there is the hard, because we don't know what's out there. And not all of them will have atmospheres.
Right.
Different gravities.
So they need to be multi-purpose, I guess, right? So the lander could probably just be hydrogen, right? Because that works everywhere. And all it has to do is go from the mothership to the planet and back up. Like, that's all it has to do, is go straight up and down. Once we get down and land, then we need to... The atmospheric ship is the one that, it needs to be able to handle planets with atmosphere, and it needs to be able to handle planets without.
Oh. Sorry. Ignore me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So both the lander and the what are we calling the exploration ship? I guess they're all exploration ships in a way. But the one that's on the ground, did you already come up with a name for that?
The one that actually we go around on the ground with?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just general name, like general descriptive names was, the exploration ship was the one, the actual, like, I was calling it a generation ship, and then I realized that's wrong because we don't want to die on this trip and have our children finish it. But,
Minty could, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Minty's still here, but he's not listening to me.
No, he's muted his Discord, which makes me wonder what he's doing and with whom.
They arrive quick in Australia.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so
You dare bring this up!
as general terms that we all agree on, we could go with mothership, lander, and explorer. The explorer being the one on the planet.
Those names are not silly enough. You need to laugh every time you mention them.
Okay, well
Boris,
then you
be
Boris,
creative.
Yeah, change the names.
Oh, I normally, when I name things, I just give them people names.
Gary.
That's right. It's an adjective and a name, isn't it? That's how Boris does it.
Yeah.
Well, let's call the big ship the Big Todger. Let's call the smaller ship
Todger's not a name.
It's a body part.
Are you sure that's not a name? It sounds like a name.
No.
It's definitely.
Guess
We
it
could
could
go-
be a name.
We could go with the Todgery
Cruel
Kevin.
parents.
The Todgery what now?
Kevin.
We could go with a Roger theme.
Kevin? Yeah, let's call all of the ships Roger. Roger Prime, Roger Lander.
Also, you're going to use, in that case, Roger there is a verb. If you've got a Roger Prime.
Oh.
This is not getting better from Mia's perspective. He just doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, because I did have a suggestion that we have now created a religion around Roger, and maybe Roger should be the central focus of our ship, and everybody has to worship the Roger on our journey.
Hold on, if we go on doing about that, we can't have any thrusters or so forth on the ship and just propel the thing using the weird clang drive.
So we're just going to get in Roger and see where he takes us.
No. All we need to do is attach several smaller Rogers to the big Roger and it'll be indestructible.
Oh my goodness! Because Roger's just a bunch of balls, right? It reminds me of. Do you remember the NASA landing device that was it was covered in balloons?
Oh, the airbags.
The airbags. Yeah, like we should build a lander that's how we land, is actually like giant balloons. And
Just a massive metal ball.
metal ball, yeah, like a bunch of metal balls that are attached, large and small, attached together so that it doesn't blow up when we hit the ground.
Yeah, but spaceballs automatically, without powering them, are attracted by gravity here, so that would make liftoff a lot harder.
True. Well, then, like Almond said,
We
just
could
make
use
some-
tires.
We could use tires. Yes. Yeah, we could use tires.
Tired of it.
What? No, that's not what I meant. Never mind then. Anubis, you return to your idea that seemed to have merit.
What idea was that?
Exactly that one, thank you.
We were
I
trying
know
to
that
come
a
up
lot
with
of very
names.
smart people worked on that idea of the attaching balloons to a car, to a
Saying
space
we're
car.
not smart.
But I could have designed that.
Well, Mars is actually one of the hardest types of planets to land on, right? Because it's got that
Yeah.
perfect
So
amount
they
of
just put-
non-atmosphere.
What about Jupiter?
Rocky bodies. How about that?
The sun?
Okay.
I have one of them.
Rocky body. And the sun is not a planet, so you can't use that one.
Well, if we stretch to the definition a bit,
Well, then Pluto would be a planet again, and a lot of people would be happy, and we can't have that.
bam! Solve the problem. Everybody's happy.
Stupid dog exists.
What has that to do with the dog?
Pluto. He's like,
Oh, that dog. Never mind me. I don't want to listen.
Clunky hands. That's what we can call one of them.
Clunky
generator?
I was going to say the random Boris generator has kicked in.
What are we doing? That's right. We're testing the thing, and then we're building the. I'm assuming that the exploration ship, is that what we're calling it? I've forgotten all of the names already. The Todgery Kevin is going to be the train of thought.
Clanky hands.
How about we just
train
call
of
it?
thought.
How about we just have the biggest ship, the mid-sized ship, and the smallest ship.
Okay, so the big Todgery Kevin is going to be the train of thought, and then we drop out the mid-sized ship, the clunky hands, and the little one, whatever that's called.
Hold on.
That's what it's called. Is the whatever that's called is its name.
To appease Anubis's younger viewers, we could just abbreviate the train of thought to thought, which is apparently a cool new term that everybody loves, like fidget spinners.
How about we call it deep thought?
That's too philosophical. They wouldn't understand.
And then the deep thought will spawn out the 42 to land on the planet. And then when we get down to the planet, the 42 will spawn out the ultimate question.
Go home and get drunk.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy driving the ultimate question around the planet. Sounds like I'm pushing it a bit.
I like this idea.
I like the sound of this. Yeah. It has like a theme and philosophy. And great writing.
So that means that the lander has to look like a 42.
Oh Jesus! Go on.
Well, so the mothership is named Deep Thought, right? So it has to remind us of Deep Thought, which would be what, like a giant Borg cube with an eyeball on it. We can make it look like
I can do giant Borg cubes. I'm good at that design.
Yeah, like we
The
could do
train
it
of
like
thought.
mirror. We could make it look like your logo.
Hold on, which one? The beehive logo?
Oh yeah, the biggest one is
your
going to be train
actual
shaped.
like mirror eyeball.
I'm not sure if
My
I would
mere
like that.
eyeball. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he's liking this.
Yes,
That could be the
please go
mothership
on.
is a sphere, a big sphere that looks like a giant eyeball.
Hold on, is that
Mia?
payback? Stop it, Almond, for a second. Is that payback for me putting a giant head of yours on the server?
I didn't think of that, but sure.
Yes.
What are you doing, Mia?
Nothing. I'm creating a miracle for the people. That's nothing. Don't listen to me. Go away. Carry on, Anubis. I liked where this was going.
Yeah, so Deep Thought is a
God,
giant
die.
giant eyeball, right? Because when I think of Deep Thought, I think of like a computer that just has a single eyeball that looks around. So if we could even make a giant cube, because that will make Sal happy. Make a giant cube, and then on the front of the giant cube, we make a mirror eyeball that looks around. Because we have to use things that move so that that they eventually explode, because that's it, space engineers. And then
That's painful.
on the bottom of the cube, it would open up, right? And out would come the 42, and the 42 would drop to the planet, and then somehow out of the 42 has to come the ultimate question.
I have a better thing. We should
What?
do it the thought thing instead of the eyeball. The thinker.
The thinker.
Should make a massive the thinker. You know, the statue.
The statue
Oh, the
or
statue of the
the
thinker.
central
So
computing mainframe of
the guy
Ratchet?
that like got his thinking hand on his chin, that one.
Yes.
Aw, it's just trying to ruin my cool vision of having my...
Well, we could have the
Head
thinker
stare
be a
down on
cyclops
planets.
and have one giant mirror eyeball.
That is going to be a really large ship if you want to recognize things. We'll be rivaling the rocket clock. Twice. Very cool, you
I
know.
don't know what's happening.
Nobody knows what's happening, so I've started to. I'm making a large ship right now that I'm just going to make a cube, and then I'm going to attach a small ship cube to it, and then I'm going to throw it at the planet and see if it breaks.
Boris, is that your suggestion?
No, I just you're gonna have to put this on the screen now, aren't you? Because we've mentioned
I've
it.
referenced it.
So in the Skype chat, I posted a character from a cartoon show. You're talking about eyeballs. So this guy carries his eyeballs around. I thought, I'm going to build that now. It had nothing to do with this. Like that's why I didn't reference it myself. This was just for later to remind me that I'm going to build that. But we can continue with the episode.
Is that because you're grieving over your loss of the rocket clock, and now this is your new iconic children's TV thing?
I don't know if it was iconic.
Yeah, I don't think it was iconic.
It was briefly there in the 90s.
It couldn't have
That's what
been-
I would say.
It
still
couldn't
got-
have
you've
been
still
less
got a
iconic
drum.
than the clock, could it?
Well, not in Australia, no. Everywhere
See?
else, yes. But okay, that's Crumb from Our Real Monsters. Does anyone know what that is?
Crumb?
Try in
that
German.
proves my
Maybe I
point.
do know. What's his German name?
Nigel.
Nigel.
Hans.
Hans.
Hans. I'm thinking we've
It's
got
funny.
names now for our ships. We have Hans and Nigel. We just need one more.
Hans and what?
Nigel.
You cut out there, Anubis. And Nigel.
Hans and Nigel.
Hansel? Hansel? Hansel.
Wow,
What
that's
was-
a very
what's the-
offensive caricature of German languages.
No, I
What's
was being Bugs
the-
Bunny. And Bugs Bunny is always offensive, so it's allowed.
Fair point.
What's the
what?
Germanification, if that's a word, of the name Nigel?
I think the word is German version.
Okay. Well, like Angela is the anglicized version of whatever the version is in German.
Thank you. I don't think we have got an Angulo
What's
in German.
Angela Merkel?
Angela.
Angela. So that's the.
How did you get from Angela to Angelo?
No,
I'm
Angela.
an Italian guy.
No, woman. Angela is the
You did not say
anglicized-
Angela. You said Angelo. And I was imagining a weird Italian guy.
Oh, like in the ABBA song.
What?
Except that's
Specifically a weird-
Spanish.
Weird Italian guy.
Yeah, he's not wearing a proper shirt. It's like only halfway closed and he's
Oh,
missing
didn't mean
buttons.
to do that.
I forgot what I was doing.
Having flashbacks.
So
in-
is I was going to say, is that how you imagine all? Like,
No, not
When
all
anyone
of them.
says-
I'm not racist.
but it's the first thing you assume is when you think of Italian guys, you
Clearly.
immediately assume that they've got no clothes on.
What about Australian? I'm curious.
Just
What-
imagine
what is in their mind?
I imagine a weird thin guy in a tank top and some shorts and maybe some sandals, which you
Yeah,
call
for
flip-flops. No, sandals. No,
thongs.
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 there you go.
Yeah, which
North
for us is
America
like
calls them something. Calls thongs something else.
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we should just all call them jandals. Because
Jandals.
everyone likes New Zealand. That's what they call them there. So we'll just all agree to accept jandals.
Hold on. Can we call them Zandalen?
So
No,
that's
that's just
the
sandals.
Germanification of sandal.
It's not the Germanification of sandal.
Sounds like it.
No, it's not.
Zandal.
We'll get back to you about your kindergarten.
So what are sandals then in German?
Not proper shoes, I guess.
That's English.
Not proper shoes. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
So basically, no German is classless enough to wear sandals. So
No,
therefore you
you've
don't
got
need a
that
word
wrong.
for it.
The entirety of Mallorca is mostly populated by elderly German people who wear socks and sandals.
Oh, I wouldn't mind living there.
I was going to say, a lot common with the British, really.
It is gross, actually. And it's a party island, so I'd understand what all the elderly people are doing there. Not that I'm
Party
claiming...
Island? It's quite a...
Yeah.
No. That's
Minorca?
what they claim.
Mallorca? Mm-hmm.
Sal apparently confirms.
I've been to Mallorca.
How dare you, Mallorca. And don't tell me that's a Germification of the proper name.
No, not germification. Germification is when
It
you
has
fill
germs
things
in
full
it
of
now.
bugs.
The
Yeah.
entirety is covered in germs.
And why are my thruster components still not working?
No, my gyroscopes
power.
didn't work. Structure. Oh! We had a major update. That's how they fixed everything. They make every object immovable.
Can't have sim problems if you can't move it.
Don't worry, I'll
Items.
break
You're
that.
not missing any items.
Can you
You've got
convert them to a
those.
ship?
No, I can convert my thing to a station though.
I don't
Okay,
have an
do that and then
assembler
back
anymore.
again.
When did that?
And then wait for it to explode immediately as soon as you click that button.
No, of course I've got an assembler. I can see the assembler in my inventory.
I suppose I should do something. Instead of just flying around Anubiz's box.
You could grind down my whacking stick. I'm done with it if you want it.
I don't want your whacking stick.
I'm gonna whack you with my whacking stick as soon as I can move it again.
Is anyone else invincible?
How invincible?
I mean, in real life. Because I think I am.